Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike 58 right there. I got you. I got you. Shit.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Throwing deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Go.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Come on, set. 50, plant. I'm coming for you, mine. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
at the 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Anderson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Anderson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. Whoosh. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
You know, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Morgan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm on.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Dillon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Dillon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Topper, Topper.
They'll try and run for him. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Here we go. Man left, man left. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
49, check 49, check 49.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Running it here with Peyton. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Dillon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. Dillon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll try and run with their fullback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Just like that. Just like that.
To throw, it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're started through 4...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Johnson was the intended receiver.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. That's it. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Play action. Now it's Murray. This is Coleman with a grab. Give him 32 on the play.
Complete to number 82. It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Cardinals.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. Cardinals 43-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run,
and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's caught by Howard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. To throw again on second down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He finds Coleman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Murray now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, dude.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Dillon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
60 outlaw.
Now Anderson looking to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. Dillon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Anderson going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
36.
Murray now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Kill. Switch. Hey, alert three. Switch. Hatchet. No. Orbit. Switch it. Come on. Bang.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
30 base. X3, 218, chopper.
Kill.
Hey, Alpha.
Kill. Turn up.
552. Ready.
From the gun, Anderson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And 9 yards to go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Anderson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Bravo! Get it!
Here's Anderson. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Anderson throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Murray. steps away to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give to the fullback on the dive. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Completes it to Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Check 99. Check 99. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 15.
Now Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The point after try for Gostkowski. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Bengals 17. Steven Gostkowski sets the kickoff.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Anderson. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Anderson now operating from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Set back. Pittsburgh. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Back to throw it. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gostkowski for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
There he goes left side, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 45 yards, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he is into the end zone again, so get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Come on, set. Yeah, come on. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day out there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, I'm coming. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Hey, defense, hey, ball.
To throw is Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Check. 58 is the Mike, 58. 58 is the Mike. I'm coming. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. In the base.
Back to throw. Murray. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Murray. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Arizona, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.